Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this elegant bow tie bustier dress, and which is like essentially like a party guest outfit. So let's move right ahead. But before we continue with today's tutorial, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please kindly do so now by tapping the subscribe button right below your screen and liking this video if you found it helpful. You can also turn on the notifications bell right beside the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So I'm not going to be showing how to draft this from scratch because it's just a bustier, and I have countless videos on how to draft this. You can check out some links in the comment section or in the description box of video tutorials where I showed how to draft a bustier pattern. So yeah, this is it, my center front, side front, my two side fronts, and then I already fixed in my breast cup into this. So this is the lining for this, and then I put in my boning here. You can decide to create channels, that is to create channels for your boning, or you can decide to just sew it on top of this on top of your blouse like this. So it just depends on you. So you can also add more boning channels. You can also add more boning instead of having just these three. You can add one more here and one more here. That depends on you, and that is it. So right now I'm just going to place this right sides together. So I'll place it right sides together, making sure all of this aligns. So I have to make sure all of this aligns. Then I'll sew this by 1/4 inches all the way till the end here. Then I'll notch and then turn to the other side and then iron it. So that completes the front of this upper part. That's the front of my bustier. Now for the back, this is my modesty channel. This is my modesty panel. So this is just going for me to cover the back, just to cover my back when I wear my bustier. And these are my backs. If I leave it open without the modesty channel, I'll have flesh, I'll have skin exposed at the back here. But because I don't want that, this is my modesty channel, my modesty panel here, and this is just to cover the back of my bustier. So I just want to show a detailed explanation for the back and the modesty panel that we're going to be attaching to the back. So this is what my back panel looks like. This is my center back, this is my side back. So because I don't want the back of my dress to get to the center back here, I'm going to shift it back just a little. So I'm going to shift it back somewhere here, and because I want it slant, I don't want it straight, I'm going to shift the lower part by, let's say, maybe 2 1/4. Then I'll draw a slant line. So this slant line eliminates the center back. So now I don't have any center back again. So for the panel of my blouse is just going to be the side back, and that is what I have here with allowances added to it. So this is all that is going to be at my back plus the modesty panel. So now for the modesty panel, you're going to measure what you have from here to the center back, and here I have 4 1/4, I think. So here I have 4 1/4, and here I have 2 1/4. So I'm going to get that 4 1/4. I'm going to multiply that by 2. Let me put that in brackets, and then I'll add 2 inches to it. So whatever I get, I'll write it down. I'll note it down somewhere. And then for the lower part, which is 2 1/4, also I'll multiply that by 2, and then I'll add 2 inches also to that. So whatever I get, I'll write it down. So this gives me, the upper part is going to give me 10.5 and this part is going to give me 6.5. So from there, to get my modesty panel, you're going to place another piece of paper underneath this, and then you trace just this bit out, just this line here, this line from here to here. You just trace that line alone out. So once you trace that out on the new piece of paper, you're going to measure from there straight. You're going to measure the 10.5 from there straight forward, and then you measure 6.5 also here, from here straight forward, and then you connect. So I'm going to do that now and show you. And this is what the modesty panel is going to look like. So this is this line here, this slant line, this is it here. So if you measure forward, you see that this is 10.5 inches. So this is 10.5 inches and the lower part is 6.5 inches exactly. So you can see that. So all you have to do is just add your allowance here, half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch. So you're going to cut two of this. You sew this part, sew this part, sew this part, and leave one side open to join. That will be the part we are going to be joining to the back panel of our bustier. So I'm also going to be sewing this here, and then I'll cut it into 2 inches pieces to form loops for the back of my bustier. So I'm just going to do that now. So before I do that, I want to add a bit of elastic to the waist of my bustier to cinch my waist like really well, to make it like very snatched. So to do that, and because I just don't want to like add my elastic like this, just so that it doesn't tear into my body, just to make me just so it doesn't make me uncomfortable when I wear my bustier. So I'm just going to sew casings for my elastic. So this one is for casing 1, this casing 1, and this is casing 2. So it's going to be at the back, and then I'll pass my elastic into this. So I'm just going to do that now, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So to get the casing, just measure like 1 inch away from your waist. So measure 1 inch away from your waist, whatever you get on that mark, you measure all the way through to this point. Mark half inch away from here, because you know we'll still be turning this bit inside. So you can mark half inch or 1 inch. Let's do 1 inch. So you can just mark 1 inch away from here. So whatever you have from here down to this point will be the measurement for this casing. So now I'm just going to sew all of that now, and then I'll place my casing at the wrong side here. I'll place it here, and then I'll fix my elastic into it. So let me just do that now, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Now this is what my front piece looks like. I already finished the neckline here, and this is it. So all that is left for the front piece is for me to join it to the front piece of my lower part. That is the one that I worked on last week. Now for the back piece, this is what I was talking about for the elastic. This is what I was talking about. So the elastic is going to be like this. So all I have to do is just add like small hook and eye here. I'll add my hook and eye also here, like maybe two hook and eye or 3, depends on you. So I'll add it here. So once I'm done making the whole bustier, all I have to do is just clasp the two together to cinch my waist. But for now, before I do that, let's place our loops. That is the loops that we'll be using for the back of the bustier. Now this is the rope I'll be using for that. I already turned it inside out. So now all I have to do is to measure 2 inches here and cut it out. So I'll measure 2 inches, then I'll cut it out. Now to place this from the top here, I'm going to measure ½ inch, and at the lower part here I'm also going to measure ½ inch. So in between this, I'm going to measure 1 inch. Then I'm going to arrange these cut loops. I'm going to arrange it and pin down. So once you are done placing it, you sew down, and then you do the same also for the other side. Make sure they both align when you are placing your loops for the other side also. So once I'm done sewing this down, I'm going to place my modesty panel, that is this part of the modesty panel, this exposed part. This exposed part, you can see that I turned in all the other parts of the panel. So this exposed part I'm going to place on top of this, then I'll place my lining piece right on top of it, and then you sew down by 1/2 inch. I hope you get the drift. So you sew everything down by 1/2 inch to turn it all inside. And this is what I was talking about. My modesty panel, and this is my other side, and this completes the back. So all I have to do now is to attach this one to my back of my lower part, and attach also this one to the back of my lower part. Then I'll do the same also to the front, and then join the sides together, and that completes the bustier and the upper part. So this is what the wrong side looks like. This is what the wrong side is going to look like. So all I have to do is just sew on my hook and eye here. Then by the time I'm ready to wear it, I'll clasp this together to cinch my waist. So yeah, I'm just going to go join this to the lower part of the skirt, join this to the other lower part of the skirt, and also do the same for the front, and then join the sides together. And this completes it. You can see that I already attached this to the lower part. That is the one we made last week. If you would like to see how I arrived at this lower part of the dress, please check out the video tutorial right on top of your screen, or you check in the description box for the link to the video. So it's a video on how to draft and sew a waist snatched fitted pencil skirt with side ruffles. This is what it looks like inside. So yeah, this is my inner clasp. That is for the elastic I mentioned earlier with the hook and eye in it. So this is just there to cinch the waist to your body, like make it really fitted to your body. And yeah, this is the modesty panel. So this will be like this, you can see. So this is the modesty panel. This goes in here, this comes here, and then you get your rope. You fix your rope into this just like you would fix a shoelace, and really that completes the dress. This completes the inner part of the dress. So now let's move on to drafting or making the upper elegant bow for the dress. For the upper elegant bow, you can measure around your arms, like across your shoulder together with your arm, whatever you have. You can add like 16 inches to that, or you can get your bust measurement and add 15 inches to that, whichever one. Either you measure around your arm, like across your shoulder, or you measure around your bust, and then whatever you get, you add 15 or 16 inches to it. So me, I'm measuring around my arms, and measuring around my arms across the shoulder gives me 33 inches. So I'm going to add 15 inches to that. So whatever I get is what I have here. So now you can cut the lining to turn like this inside out. So once you are done turning it, I'm going to show you how to cinch or sew the bow together. So for the big bow, once you are done turning this, that is your the one I mentioned earlier. That's when you finish measuring round your bust or round your arms across your shoulders, you add 15 inches to it like I mentioned earlier. So you're going to get something like then you join it in the middle here. So once you're done joining it in the middle here, at the middle right here, you gather this point here. So this is it gathered up. So after gathering, I decided to tie it up to keep everything like really firm and all of that. So also, if your fabric is not as thick as this, you can always use a strong interfacing inside your fabric, inside this fabric. But because mine is strong enough to carry the weight, like to stand, it will give it, this fabric will give my bow some structure, so I don't need to iron interfacing. But if I want it like more structured, like even more structured than this, I would have ironed some interfacing into this, like some strong interfacing, like a collar stay into this. But I want it like soft looking and all like this, so that's why I'm using. And then my fabric is also thick enough for me personally. So yeah, now that you're done tying it up, you get like a strip of fabric like this, and then you use that to close this up right at the middle. And this is what it looks like. So you can either use a glue gun to keep this part like closed, or you can use a needle and thread to sew it down, whichever way you want. If you have a glue gun, you can use a glue gun to close it up like that, is to gum this whole part up. But if you don't have, you can always use your needle and thread to sew it down and keep this stuff in place. And that completes the sewing and how to make this elegant bow. So all you have to do is to just put this on once you are done. Once you wear your dress and tie your laces at the back, so once you are done doing that, all you have to do is just put this on top, and that completes the making of this bow. So now I'm just going to attach mine now. I'm going to attach mine now and wear the dress so you can see the fits. And this is what the back of my dress will look like laced up. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to type it in the comment section and I'll reply as soon as I can. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out these 2 video tutorials on top of your screen if you haven't yet seen them before. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.